What's up, periods 2 and 3? Here is topic 8 practice exam. Now, while your questions might be slightly different than mine, they all follow the same format, the same style of question. So number 1, feel free to pause whenever you want. There's number 1. Number 2. Again, feel free to pause. Number 3, the word split is synonymous with division. The only equation that I see with division is C. That's C. The phrase less than means subtraction. You are going to switch out these two terms. It will be in reverse order. Solve the two-step equation. First, isolate the variable term using additive inverses. Then isolate the variable. In this case, to isolate the variable, you are going to divide by the coefficient. Trying to solve that in your head would be difficult, so I just showed all my steps, and then I transferred this information to the boxes. The phrase added to means you got to have this 8 in order to add 3n to it. So that's why it might seem as if it's out of order. Then they wanted you to solve that equation. Where did this student mess up? Well, it's the second multiplication arrow for the distributive property. The error is right there. Compare it to my work over here. So there's my answer, and then the second part I said was multiple choice A. A family wanted to buy some airline tickets and insurance on their tickets. If somebody got sick, you could pay insurance on those tickets, and then you would be reimbursed your money. So the total amount was $748. How did they spend their money? Well, each family member needed a ticket and the insurance for that ticket. So we're going to find out how much did we pay per ticket. So I would use the distributive property and solve for how much per ticket. Pretty easy question here. In order to solve that equation, we would use addition because our equation included subtraction. Again, a very easy equation. They use subtraction, so we're going to use addition. Yeah, the garden problem. There's 100 total flowers. Your garden has either red flowers or orange flowers. So the number of red flowers plus the number of orange flowers equals the total number of flowers. They say you have 60 orange flowers. So R for the red, we don't know, plus the 60 orange equals 100 total flowers. They don't ask you to solve it. They just ask for you to write an equation for it. How would I write 15 less than 4 times a number is 1? Less than is subtraction. I'm going to flip-flop these two terms. Is an equal sign. Solve that two-step equation. Going to a sporting event 29 times. So someone probably bought season tickets. The total spent was $1,508. How did she spend $1,508? Well, 29 games means you had to buy a ticket to get in plus the parking. Now they say use P for the number of tickets. I don't want to use the letter P. I'm going to use the letter T. T for ticket. It just doesn't seem right to use P for ticket when they're also talking about parking. So it looks like I'm going to set up an equation that I'm going to use the distributive property. It looks like she spent a total of, she bought 29 tickets and spent $290 on parking. Let's take out the parking money. So we know that we're going to spend $1,218 on tickets. We don't want to know how much for 29 tickets. We want to know how much per ticket. Here's where I go back and change the letter T to the letter P. And what does 42 equals P really mean? It means $42 per ticket. And last but not least, number 16, in a city, building P is 383 feet taller than 2 times the height of building Q. The height of building P is 887 feet. So they tell me 2 different ways of the height of building P. They say if you stack small building Q on top of itself, so if you have 2 building Qs plus an additional 383 feet, it's going to be the same height as building P. So I believe that it's 2Q plus 387 equals 887. And then to solve that, we're going to find out how tall is building Q. And I say it's 252 feet. Okay, that was your practice test in under 8 minutes. I hope that helps. If not, ask questions during the Google Meet. Toodaloo.